Get ready for action, because the UFC legend Ronda Rousey is back in the cage, and the private exchange with Dana White is giving us all the details. We dive into how Rousey is navigating her return and what she shared about her relationship with the UFC boss after her recent fight. And finally, the biggest announcement of the night. Conor McGregor is officially returning to the octagon for a highly anticipated rematch against Max Holloway in July. We break down everything we know about McGregor's comeback and what this means for the UFC landscape. Stay with us for more. Ronda Rousey maintained a positive relationship with UFC President Dana White following her return to the sport. Rousey recently competed in a Jake Paul-promoted event, marking her first appearance in a decade. After securing a quick victory via armbar against Gina Carano, Rousey emphasized the strong rapport she shares with White, despite their prior involvement under a rival promotion on Netflix. Speaking to reporters post-fight, Rousey detailed a recent text exchange with White. She recounted that White had sent a message offering support before the bout, stating, "He did send me a text this morning. He said, 'Good luck,' and you know that he hopes me and Gina kill it." Rousey expressed deep gratitude, noting that White has been an incredible friend and that she was motivated by his blessing to compete independently. Prior to her bout with Carano, Rousey indicated this fight was a one-off endeavor. Following her win, Rousey announced her retirement from the UFC shortly thereafter. In a post-fight interview, Rousey reflected positively on the outcome, stating, "There's no way I could have ended it better than this." She concluded by mentioning her desire to have children and focus on cooking. The recent UFC event night saw intense moments, including a dramatic press conference interaction involving Nate Diaz. However, the focus quickly shifted to controversy involving promoter Jake Paul and UFC boss Dana White. Paul publicly labeled Conor McGregor as a cokehead and accused White of hijacking the walkout of fighter Francis Ngannou. Following questions from Outkick regarding the timing of White's announcement for McGregor's return fight, Paul strongly criticized White, stating, "Oh, the cokehead is back." Paul argued that the timing of the McGregor announcement was strategic, designed to show the UFC's reaction to the momentum surrounding his promotion, suggesting an attempt to overshadow Paul's event. Paul asserted that dropping the McGregor news during his event was a tactic by insecure individuals trying to gain attention. The situation is set against a backdrop of existing tension, fueled by Paul's ongoing trolling of White and his criticism of the UFC's fighter pay structure, which has long been a point of contention, particularly given Ngannou's past departure from the organization. Ronda Rousey has maintained a positive relationship with Dana White following her return to the UFC after a decade away, stemming from their interactions during her Netflix comeback. Rousey recently competed in a Jake Paul-promoted event, where she secured a quick victory with a 17-second submission against Gina Carano. Following the fight, Rousey addressed her relationship with White, detailing a recent text exchange. Rousey revealed that Dana White had sent her a supportive message before the bout, stating, "He sent me a text this morning. He said, 'Good luck,' and you know that he hopes me and Gina kill it." Rousey expressed deep gratitude, emphasizing that White has been an incredible friend and that she is participating in the fight because of his support and blessing. Prior to the bout, Rousey indicated she was stepping back into the cage for just one fight. After securing the win via armbar, Rousey announced her retirement shortly thereafter. In a post-fight interview with Ariel Helwani, Rousey reflected on the outcome, stating, "There's no way I could have ended it better than this." She also shared personal news, mentioning her desire to have more children and the need to focus on cooking. Conor McGregor is set to make a highly anticipated return to the UFC, scheduled for a rematch against Max Holloway. UFC CEO Dana White officially announced on Saturday that McGregor will compete in the main event of UFC 329 on July 11 in Las Vegas. This marks McGregor's first fight in the octagon since sustaining a leg injury during a bout with Dustin Poirier in 2021. The return comes amid a complex personal history, including facing a civil sexual assault case in 2018, a ruling that was upheld by Ireland's High Court in July. Prior to this scheduled return, McGregor had withdrawn from a fight against Michael Chandler in July 2024 due to a toe injury. McGregor rose to prominence as one of the UFC's biggest stars, emerging in 2013 and achieving significant success, including becoming the first fighter to hold 2 championship belts in 2016 after defeating Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight title, and securing the featherweight title a year earlier by knocking out Jose Aldo. Despite a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather Jr. in 2017 during a hiatus, McGregor has suffered losses in 3 of his last 4 UFC contests. The highly anticipated rematch between McGregor and Holloway is now the focal point of attention as the former champion prepares for his comeback.